Yay.
Oh, goody.
Yay. Again, we also need to play Party Animals, so maybe another week on that one, but...
Yeah. But in the meantime, we live!
Hello, everyone!
Hello.
We really need to get some chill background music for these streams.
Carcalicious lo-fi.
Oh my fucking... No.
Welcome everyone to Stuckhome Syndrome, our bi-weekly Homestuck reading stream. My name is Yare, and I'm as always joined by Storm.
Yo.
Zell. And as Kafka, apparently. And Patipi.
Hello.
A few things before we start with continuing our read-through of Act 5, Act 2 of Homestuck. There's going to be some new content coming to the channel soonish. Prey Return will be back sometime around Halloween. And there will be the Digimon Bravehearts main campaign starting around that time as well. Not around that time. At some point soon as well. We're getting closer.
Soon.
Speaking of Halloween, we have a Halloween special for you this year. This year will be set in the Bravehearts universe. And I don't... Do you want to tell people about it, or are we going to let that be a surprise?
I'll just say it involves the scariest thing to teenagers. High school.
Whoa.
There you go. You get it.
Yep. Any excuse to sing High School Never Ends.
There'll be more details in the announcement later today.
Yeah. From there, please like, subscribe, follow, give bits and bytes, and subscribe to the Twitch channel, and follow us on Ko-Fi. Join the Discord. Just hang out. We don't bite unless you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Phrasing. Thank you.
Offer me your good luck so that I can roll my 5 stars.
Speak for yourself, motherfucker!
Please don't, because I have D&D tomorrow over on Final Show Films. Cheap plug for my other stuff, by the way. And I am currently in the market for T-Rex, so shut the fuck up.
Sure would be a shame if I rolled a D20 right now.
Speak for yourself, motherfucker!
It sure would. Jay would have to warn her husband.
Yeah.
Oops, would you look at that? A natural 20.
For a long time.
All I heard was the disappointed breathing sigh.
It was like, yeah.
God damn it.
Remember, we at Chain of Yggdrasil do not advocate murder unless it's really funny.
We here at Chain of Yggdrasil do not advocate murder unless I've been rolling my 5 stars. In which case...
Correct. So yeah, please no, because I am actually in the middle of it. I got crit by a T-Rex last session, and I am in its mouth currently.
Kinky.
It's a T-Rex, dude. Whatever. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just kink asking why. I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why.
Red.
I'm kink giving side eye.
Where last we left off, we ran at the end of year 2.
Yes. Speaking of hilarious murder, like butter.
Oh. We unlocked album Medium.
Ooh, that's a good album. Medium's a very good album.
Keep playing anyway.
How about I do anyway?
Oh, let me...
I think I narrated last time, so...
Who want to do it?
You have no idea what the hell this thing is, or why you would need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done, and you are running out of time.
Sound page. Terezi. Proceed. Proceed, Deltarune?
Oh. More video game segment, I see.
Nope.
Yeah.
No?
Oh, it is actually, kind of. Try.
Objection! You cannot control
Hold
Terezi. How can you possibly expect to play this game when you have lost the game disc? All you can do is watch what she decides to do. Wait, who's announcing? I'm confused now.
Oh,
You gotta click it. No, there's more on this page. Click again.
Oh.
We can't control her, so we just gotta click through.
You
find a note stuck to the floor with Nepeta's claw. It appears to be addressed to you, written on a page torn from the journal of Riska's ancestor. Her taunts are becoming increasingly flagrant. It also appears to be written in purple blood. She wouldn't dare harm sweet, precious Gamzee, would she? The thought is almost more than you can bear. You're going to throw the book at her.
Okay, now we're done on this page. But Terezi, read note. That fucking doll that I hate. And that fucking clown that I hate.
Oh.
Terezi, wake up.
You cannot wake up, because you're not actually asleep. You were just taking a breather in this nice cozy pile of horrifically mutilated scalemates, which were gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are? This is a fancy-looking room. It doesn't look like a place you would expect to find on this meteor, at least not in any strictly canonical capacity.
Terezi, examine surroundings.
This dapper kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You're almost positive he made an appearance in that very crowded dream you had recently. Where did he go? Something in this room smells funny. And fast.
Terezi, climb stairs.
You cannot ascend! The staircase is suffering from a catastrophic horn clog.
I hate when that happens.
I know, right?
9 out of 10.
Terezi, exit door.
The door is locked. You will either need a key or to break it down with force. You would need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination to pull that off, though.
Determination?
Ooh.
The Deltarune brain rot.
I went another direction.
Also, I'm pretty sure this tavern is meant to be like something from based on something from FF6.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Like
Oh, yeah.
it's got a very specific vibe.
You've been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All of the clues are adding up. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of trickerism and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all this is now painfully obvious to you. Spider Troll.
Does whatever a spider troll does. Also, do. Terezi, play records.
Oh.
We have songs to play. Click on the top right. There you go.
Yeah, you select appropriate crime-solving music to set the right mood. With this kind of atmosphere, it's highly unlikely that the crime will stay unsolved for long.
Oh wait, my favorite song in Homestuck's on this list.
Oh shit! At the bottom! At the bottom! At the bottom!
Last one. Last one.
Click it!
Hold on, going through them all so
Yeah,
that
we
the
gotta go
viewers
through.
can get
Gotta
a
go
listen.
through. Yeah.
I hate a moral coward, one who lacks the manly spark. I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my evenings where there's woman, wine, and song. But like a man, I always bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
Crew.
The fun it doesn't stop till 12 on happy old Broadway. So what's the use of going
This is a whole
home
ass song, by
till
the way.
break of day? Now something confidential whispers
We don't
up
have to
above
listen
my
to the
breath.
whole thing.
I once went
But I will
home
make.
to
I will.
Louisiana
We will.
and
We are
with
listening
my
to this
wife
afterwards
death.
though, because I love this song. Actually,
I'm a member of the
Yes.
midnight crew.
this is a real. This is a real like old song as well. Like it's not just Homestuck thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole all that's like vaudeville kind of thing from the like 20s and 30s, I think.
Yeah.
Terzy, remove Midnight Crew record.
No. This vaudeville and cornball nonsense will not do it all. The mood is just not right for figuring out crimes. You put the record back in its sleeve.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh Christ. Uh put a sensitivity warning?
Get
We gotta scroll
ready!
Gotta scroll down,
Terezi,
Storm.
examine cover.
I'm going cross-eyed.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Who's?
This douchebag?
Who's this douchebag? Also, you click on it, it brings up a video of the midnight, like the actual original Midnight Crew recording.
Oh my god.
Or you can make heads or tails of who exactly this douchebag is. Something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. It's so small! What's such a small record doing in this great big sleeve?
That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
Wah, 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 wah.
You got Homestuck Disc 2! You cannot get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays.
Same page. Terzy, play Tiny Record. She scratched the disc.
Oh shit.
Okay.
No, it's okay. That's what we wanted to happen.
Yeah, the scratch happened.
Yeah. Predictably, you scratch the surface of the disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. With the disc damage, who knows what sorts of effects will it have on the data? Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps.
Yeah, but also, does that picture look familiar at any point to anyone?
Yeah. These logos.
Kind of looks like Dave's shirt. Yeah, cool. I was hoping you'd pick up on that. Terzy, capture log disc.
It should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus.
Terzy, examine chest.
You've spent way too much time calibrating the ambience of your investigation, and not nearly enough time investigating. It's one of the most common pitfalls to being an investigator, aside from literal pitfalls, which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in this secret room, nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab, and people find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is, until the goods are stolen shortly after by those who can't resist looting every chest they encounter. Which is everybody. Maybe these ones contain clues?
Terezi, open chest.
You got your neophyte red glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You've not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of it you kept on hand was the stylish pair of glasses, which of course since the incident has managed to become a regular accessory. But you cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll.
Terezi, wear suit.
You don the garb of the legendary Legislacerator. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions, resulting in the real executions of rival players. Those were the days.
Terezi, open other chest.
You got your Pyrospite plush. Pyrospite was your scale-mate sidekick during your campaigns. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution. More than could be said for another partner in justice. There's no doubt about it anymore. She's clearly baiting you into confrontation. You mean baiting.
Terezi, hug Pyrrol Sprite.
You embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty and majestic squeak. It has been too long, old friend. You vow to never let him out of your sight again.
Honk.
This puppet is becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. Must be some sort of universal puppet enhancement. It couldn't be possibly the same one, because that would be just insane. Hey, where did Pyro Sprite go?
Terezi, look up.
There he is. How'd he get all the way up there? He's always been quite the slippery scallywag. Maybe he was reminding you to check out the note. You almost forgot it was up there. What with all your furious investigating, most of which has involved fooling around with your records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine.
Terezi, read it.
Just as you thought. It's a message from Vriska summoning you to do battle. It's written in Gamzee's rich, jelly-smelling blood. It's her handwriting for sure. Her crook is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But why the hell does she want you to bring this stupid puppet along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry on the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to your current situation, but you guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway.
Terezi, examine journal entry.
All right.
Good luck.
I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. I now do so in captivity, while bringing my awe to bear on the immensity of the subjugulator's hijinks. I forgot about that pun. Hijinks.
Mm-hmm.
I took their gesture as plain avowal of my prosecution's futility. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it otherwise? I was sure they'd drawn from the bottom of their deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who'd make a show of outclassing them all before. But I discovered too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. How was one allowed to be raised by a dragon in this era, let alone one of such middling blood? The sickly hue of a gutless civil servant. Those of her caste are typically pleased to mount a sluggish polar bear, or some brainless squawking spleen fowl during some petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on Gamblegate property. By what fluke was this woman granted such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these delusions of righteousness? Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor to darkness more grim than what fell this season's apogee. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, each like a sun concentrated into a small jewel. As 2 hot garnets searing through a black veil, I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight in the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on the deck. Pyrospite, she mentioned through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my Lucis whole. My dice were in the hold below, not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made my move for the blade. She took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission. Bound or free, 2, 1, or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I await my trial.
Insert disc 2. Sound page. Seer. Ascend.
Here we go.
I love for a fact that next page link is in the panel. It's
Yeah.
Sit. Group now. Bring the puppet. Acrobatic fucking pirouette. Uh-oh.
Much fanfare was made of the trial, more than I would have dared to hope. Seems my luck has been returning as of late.
Is that a conversation with John we've read yet before? Or
No, this is Mindfang's journal.
No,
oh no, the one on
Oh,
the
you meant that.
yeah. Oh no, sorry. Oh no, this
Yes,
is when
we have
John
seen
was
this
on.
one before.
Yeah, because this is actually when John was on Rosa's PC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, they wouldn't put that in just a panel, would they? No, of course not. Alright, never mind. Next.
The High Bloods surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants ravenous for the comeuppance of a blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for. It was kind of the authorities to supply me with a phalanx of such impressionable spectators. Their weak wills were nearly as thick in the air as the rust in their veins. Funny how my other senses seem to have peaked since exchanging glances with the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I know too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation when they beckon. But I digress.
Mindfang confirmed dragon fucker is all I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, she is pretty gay for Terezi, so...
I mean, yeah, but like now that's so clear she just wants to actually fuck the dragon.
Scaly. Wee!
To be fair, if there's any troll family or troll lineage that would be a monster fucker, it's the circuits.
Yeah. It was simple enough to nudge the
Actually, no,
hostility
no.
of the Lowbloods from.
Sorry, I will correct. It's the Zahaks.
Oh, yeah. It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the Lowbloods from one aristocrat to another. The subjugulators could not have been pleased, but nor would they have been altogether unamused, I would expect. I wonder if this was part of their unfathomable game. I'll never understand their riddles. I only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement that the neophyte had prepared against me. The case she compiled from all that evidence she burned must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm. She certainly would have shown me greater mercy by taking the other instead. Alas, I mocked to disguise the extent of my regret. Had my escape not necessitated her demise, she would have made a lovely rival. If she'd only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a striking scourge. Had we inched blacker, we'd have torn red miles across the land and sea. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through her bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one is eventually bound to be choked. With the court block cleared, all that remained to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself. Upon reflection, red glare showed the foresight of a true seer in thieving my arm before the trial. It permitted a fair fight. Though I was free, I had no fleet. No matter. With the Gamblegans decimated, I embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my sea-grifting ways behind me. With any luck, the skies will be my future. My thoughts again wandered to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with the expatriate. He owed me for the sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the Highbloods. It was perhaps the only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his superfluous pedigree, and I'd not have bothered sticking my neck out for another. But the admiration he'd won naturally wore thin as he persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment, and I was saddened to find this habit of holding strong even now. I wonder if he still believes it was worth it.
Speaking of the Zahaks,
Him.
I love him.
Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped one off and put him to the task just to halt his blubbering. Darklear was always a skilled machinist, and the work proved an adequate distraction. So pacified, he listened to what I had to say about my recent
Travails.
travails? Interesting. Travails with the law
Dealings
and
work.
pyro. Travails with the law and Pyrosprite, and for what I'd come for in turn. In truth, the treasure he'd been keeping safe for me. I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand, as if appraising by weight the mystic qualities it still concealed. With my vision eightfold seared away, I was as blind to its secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. I'd learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protege, a backhanded term of endearment from a smug manipulator. Locating his so-called dark pockets was the only gambit I had in countering his milk-tongued doublespeak. The expatriate, for indiscernible reasons, seemed naturally surrounded by such a void in the doctor's awareness, and was uniquely fit to inherit the orb. The doctor could not see his treasure, nor I into it. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find Pyrosprite by consulting with the oracle as I'd done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guessed exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have been simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize it as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence, dangerous by way of selective divulgence. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate so far in advance, I took Redglare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I have ever made was asking the orb when I would die. But as I revisited the prophecy surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man I would have as a matesprit centuries from now, who was said to command an army of beasts, the one it called the Summoner.
Him!
Rufio!
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 My obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long. Would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have enough knowledge to ask the right questions when I had the opportunity. Were that the case, I might have asked if it would be his rare abilities of communion that would bring Pyrospite under control. Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence by taking his will or winning his heart? There are details I would have given no second thought at drawing from the orb. My curiosity of force usually too much to quell. But now, I've thought of the summoner often. I've been troubled to know that one so common-blooded, he had not possibly hatched yet, nor would he wriggle out from the caverns for many sweeps. So I must have patience to take my role in his story of heroism. It's a tale which reads to me as though lifted from a child's story, yet I know I'd be a fool to doubt its veracity entirely. He would rise through the ranks of the cavalry and assume command, having proven the most skilled and fearless of them. He would exhibit a remarkable pupation, the short only recorded in myth, growing or perhaps simply revealing a striking pair of wings. His army thus inspired would spearhead a major rebellion, surely at least one on the scale of the sectarian revolt crushed by the Highbloods, who thereafter forbade its mention or any invocation of the heretical symbols at all, even in private journals. Which is why I will stick to the fable of the summoner, and not risk another execution with even oblique references to the compelling tale of the sufferer. Resolution to the summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been revealed to me through the brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of the Condens would be such that in the settling dust of the conflict, she would banish all from the homeworld except the young. She would scatter all who reach maturity to the stars to fight her wars. I presume to keep them occupied, existing in a less centralized state from which such a coup may arise. This is still an incredible notion for me to consider, and I cannot imagine how she would come to enforce such an upheaval in our civilization, though I suppose she will have on her side the advantage of an unparalleled lifespan, and the leverage extended by the hideous psychic prongs of her deep, undulating monstrosity. That is, until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nevertheless, I will take the prediction as truth, and find it amusing that a homeworld dominated by children will be the great summoner's legacy, one of them at least. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked who would be the one to kill me. Next page? I have never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but do so here in my final entry for this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate, and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least to salvage a little dignity from the tale of my downfall. Alas, I had no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little sphere, I understand my error. It was not failing to chart a course through future events to turn my fortune's tide, even so many sweeps from now. It was in believing the future was mine to know, and fortune mine to control. If this hero is meant to breathe life into my embittered heart, and if he is to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to this page my highest expectations, and for my precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, which a map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind as I was, though no more.
Same page. Flip. Oh, that just told so much about the ancestors. God damn, I forgot how much that journal added.
Mm-hmm.
Can I find one?
You can try to move around.
The disc is too badly damaged. You can no longer play Homestuck.
Quit. Next page is real bad.
Well,
You are forced to quit. You will not be able to resume playing unless you can repair the scratch in the disc. You will need to seek the service of someone who is capable of fixing a scratch doctor, if you will.
Visit doctor. You rang?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Hi, hee hoo.
Oh.
Please come in.
Suddenly, his text color makes a lot more sense.
This is his world now. We're not in Homestuck anymore, technically.
Oh shit.
Welcome to my apartment. I trust you'll find my voice is much more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. I'm expecting 2 more guests later. First one, and then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime, but don't touch the candy on the table. That is reserved for one of my guests. Let's have a look at this disc. She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There are many moments trapped on this disc which you would have no doubt found to be quite exhilarating. But yes, I can fix it. It will take time, though. I estimate, by which I mean I am certain by way of omniscience, that when I am done we will have reached just shy of the green circle on the card above. I'm sure you have already presumed this to mark the beginning of Act 6. This disc should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event, a confluence of thickly interwoven concurrent circumstances, which have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and by even more negligible degree, our heroes. The scratch will be healed in time to watch these heroes put into motion. Yes, the scratch itself. If you don't mind waiting here while I complete my repairs, I will tell the rest of the story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disk, but the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Immortality notwithstanding, I'm not going to live forever, you know. Tick. And since for once in my life the time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? Tock. Never mind, I figured it out instantly because of my unfathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and my mind-boggling charisma. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than the other qualities. But it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. Tick. The Seer of Mind had challenged the Thief of Light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay. If not, she would go. Tock. The result of the flip was left inconclusive, at which point you decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with the uncertain. The actual result was trivial. It was a constant of causal timelines. Both the seer and the thief knew this. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune from her opponent, and force the flip to yield what she regarded as the most favorable outcome. The seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. While a sucker is born with each tick of the clock, a cheater is born with every talk betwixt. Also because it's boring and I'm already a very wealthy man. Tick. The seer relayed her terms through the generally understood argot of an assassin. The result, go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the seer's code word for the threat of death. This was obvious to everyone, including the thief. Tock. While the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her prize, the seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. This was her plan. Not a particularly clever tactic in its own right, but its ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor even the neutralized probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Tick. Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and she'd likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was seen to be an implicit dare to the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the seer knew the thief's ego wouldn't allow. And the seer knew the thief knew their soul as well. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. Tock. Each was gambling, not with any vehicle of probability which had been eliminated from the equation, but within each other's intentions. The thief indeed took the seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her dare. And in turning to leave, she then posed a dare of her own to the seer, challenged her to back up the implied threat. This was the thief's gamble. She wagered the seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. So ends a tale of rivalry. Well, almost. There's a bit more. But in order to understand its proper execution, we should first catch up with another of my other proteges, from whom I'm expecting a message shortly. The other seer. The other hero of light. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Round 2. Strife. Here we left our human hero of light. She flew away to take vengeance on the noir this side of the scratch. That is, the one less angry and dangerous. The one not yet motivated by a compelling duel. Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I can't speak as discreetly about such matters as against this canvas. Tick. I warned her. I warned my neophyte protege not to stare into that ball. Tock. I told her about stairs. Moving on. I'll remind you that the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you have come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will imagine the remainder of the duel to be sensational, and I will continue my steady distribution of facts as if they were pieces of candy poured from a bottomless white hemisphere. The duel ends, the seer dies, the slayer departs, the heir comes back to life. This outcome was hardly a point of suspense. It would be disingenuous of me to present it as such, and I will not belittle your intelligence with such tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude, and I am too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now, how could this moment later come to pass? And for that matter, what sort of story would this be, with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one the Alpha timeline will allow. And what sort of spectator would you be, if you'd forgotten the rules, terms ruling the conditional immortality in which he won with his previous, similarly unceremonious impaling? He'd done nothing to earn martyrdom, but which we might laud his fall as heroic, nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death, one may pass just. And while I can't give you my assurance... Man, this guy yaps.
Hmm.
One sec. Fitting that I have tea right now. Anyway. I'm reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel. But not for lack of a devoted mentor. One of the few things that Doc Scratch seems to not be aware of. Weird. If I had served as his mentor directly, rather than his mentor's mentor's mentor, he may have stood a fair chance of perpetrating something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have gotten better. Instead, he got her. The other hero of light, always bugging him. Bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. I mentioned there was a bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here making sure everything is in order, which it already is, and keeping an eye, which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Bonk. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Don't stop anybody. Anyway. Apologies for the preoccupation. I have managed. Also, there's spades in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Still dumping the candies into his
Still
hat.
still stealing Scotty dogs. Apologies for my preoccupation. I have managed to pacify the radio of my other two guests with sugary little black dogs, so that I may continue my narration. But only briefly. In a moment, I will go stand over my typewriter and teach my neophyte protege the consequences of taking advice from my stranger men on the internet. While I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from an earlier point in the story. Remember? We met here in my apartment a little while ago. At that moment, I was busy hosting you from the future, who is you right now, but I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self and vice versa, but it's a well-known fact that past and future selves tend not to get along. A good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests, and as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you is just leaving. Where was I? Of course. The true heroes of light challenged the same Jack Noir, the one straddling Scratch about 20 hours of his own time, to a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantial simultaneity is a concept more complex than its temporal analog, and is valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent responsible for the major cosmic event which pre-extinction Altanians came to refer to as the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which this critical moment shall be catalyzed, including this break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes of otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, such as those bound to a pair of distinct sessions. It's not fully comprehensible to the mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it will not extend beyond this sentence. But the story will. The Slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculating policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospect and Durst, to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With as little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail quickly before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale. And now knowing her position, he would soon return for the duel that she wanted. But not without a pair of trophies. Well, fuck. Tick. Top. The Till Death book with the honk code. Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with the girl ran a bit long, slightly exceeding the 1 second I scheduled for it. This is where events begin to outpace my awareness. The deeper into this dark pocket we explore, the more I will be forced to speculate. I really have cause to rely on probability, but lucky for you, my guesses are better than anybody's. Tick. I have always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand. a scrapbook of personal significance. For instance, from which he may piece together current moments from past ones of a similar, not identical nature. It's more efficient that way. Tock. It's also logical, since there is essentially nothing new in paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or substantive reproduction of something which has already transpired on a timeline, offshoot, or otherwise. Tick. And if I'm going to speculate on this duel, I might as well make use of earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. Tock. All I really need to do is flip it turnways, like so. And we have round 2. The thief would probably roll her dice. Yeah, curious, huh? Right?
Yeah.
And just as probably due to her impressive Order of Stolen Fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favorable result. Ordinarily, this result would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of the result would be 1 in 16,777,216 to be specific. And to be less specific, 1 in 8 to the power of y, where y is 8. Because her dice are 8d8s.
Yeah.
Tick. Final flare! Vegeta, no! Tock. Tick. She's gone super mode. Tock.
He's gone Super Vriska Blue. She's even got the RGB
Yeah,
hair.
Yep,
It turns her blue.
that's her attack. In round 2, the Slayer would not be so easily merely compelled, but challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged by one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils of striking down a formidable endgame foe. Word with the guard of a cheetah, the luck of a clover, the hubris of her mental, and the drive not only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes. Tick. But not outmatched. As one who shares the Slayer's source of power, my projection must give him the unambiguous advantage. But even so, while I continue not be a gambling man, that didn't stop being a thing that was true or anything. Tock. I'm reasonably sure that if I was, I wouldn't bet against her. Moving on. Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner on the only pair of pants in an immortal's wardrobe. I've never enjoyed navigating the vortices of alternative probability, the path which alone has my absolute mastery is the alpha timeline. A continuum I define as which that boasts exclusive rights both to my birth and my death. Two circumstantially simultaneous events. Any divergence from this path will, to my knowing, will taper into blackness like rotting roots. But if I was a seer, such offshoots would be fully within my domain. And if I were a seer of mind in particular, synaptic causality would be my specialty. A seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps. But then, she would do many things I wouldn't. In other words, Terezi OP right now.
Yeah.
Asia would support her allies in battle not with her weapons, but her vision. She would sift through dross of her comrades' poor tactical inclinations and examine the grim consequences. Asia would not charge into the fray headlong, but directed as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits and find the path to victory cleverly disguised as setback or even imminent defeat. She would behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality, and then praise the contrivance of luck itself. She would know its mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully. Tock. A true
Flashlight.
seer. Yeah, absolutely. A true seer would know where luck is a given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. Tick. And she would know victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is doomed to fail. Tock. What sort of story would this be with our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one the Alpha timeline would allow. Tick. And not one she'd allow either. Tock. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Oh, Carcat buddy.
Like, oh,
Tick. Someone want to read that?
You think you're so cool. Well, thought we make out now. On the roof. Oh.
I'm sorry,
I
just
love
that
you,
little
Park. I love you,
hole.
Jam. Oh, Tock.
God damn.
Oh, hey, Kanaya. Tick. Tock. God, Kanaya looks so good in this outfit. God damn. Honk.
How?
Honk. Tick. Finally, someone else. Ah!
John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense you out there because of awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the heroes of light in a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Haha, just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I'll be waiting.
Tock.
Ellipses. 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 All of the dots, John. All 16 point. So I don't know, 7,000. Okay, I'm not good with numbers.
16,700,000.
7,700.
Yeah, 16,777,216. To be
Thank you.
specific.
Million
It's
of
8
them.
to the 8 to the power of 8. It's the same number.
Still dead, huh? Or are you too busy weeping over her corpse to pick up that headset and answer me? You can't fool me, John. I know you're not staying dead for long. And it's not just because I can clearly see you're alive in the future. You see, we're both the best there is, and therefore we have special privileges when it comes to mortality. It's hard to keep a god dead for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances, didn't I mention?
Tick. Tock. Well, I'm gonna zoom a little. Like, zoom out a little. But also there is text. I think it just swings back and forth.
Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess, even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, lucky for you it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when dying a hero is what gets you killed. If our hero of breath reached God tier, he would have been completely indestructible. LOL. Damn, I forgot. I was gonna start ripping on that guy since he got stabbed through the chest and died. Haha, whoops. Anyway, I figure you're probably safe from a just death too, since I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything all that despicable. Yet.
Stop.
And I don't know for sure, but I'm betting if I go to fight Jack, it will wipe out all the bad things I've done. I think if I die, it'll be a hero's death, so it ought to stick. Pretty good motivation to win the fight, though, don't you think? One way or another, I think this will be my last big challenge as a gamer. As such, I would like to pass my dice on to you. It's very important to me that they stay in good hands, John, that you continue their legacy of that and that of my ancestor. 82 the 8.
8. No,
82?
8. 8 to the 8.
8 to the 8. Why would you write it like that? Oh, fuck.
Because it's a captcha code. It's a captcha log code.
Use the
It has
code.
to be
I'm
hexadecimal.
sure of course. Use the code. I'm sure you can count on you. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it.
Slick, I am serious. Please stop.
Briscoe was many things. A scoundrel, a villain, a gamer.
Rest in piss.
Yes.
Still not alive yet? Man, you better hurry up. She probably doesn't have too much time left. Trust me, she's going through Durst right now. Trust me, what she's going through on Durst right now isn't much fun. Okay, I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now of all times rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you have devised to defeat Jack in the off chance that I fail? Well, it's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means.
Oh my.
Oh
All I
my.
can imagine is
There was no way I
fucking Metaton. Oh my.
I was doing the George Takei, which is the same
Same.
bit delivery, but yeah, mine I was absolutely doing the
Gotta kiss her. Don't worry, I still can't see you, so there's no reason to be bashful or anything. And since we're a couple of professionals here who are focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning. It's not like I would be jealous even if I could see. Why would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind. Haha. Man, why am I even talking about this?
Vriska, it's fine. Rose is gay anyway. Oh my, oh my, oh my. This will not do at all.
Let's just forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I guess I was assuming you'd be talking back by now, so I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I didn't know how I wanted it to go. I guess I could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little, talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense. So, I guess I will do that. But then, maybe if I did, I wouldn't actually say what I wanted to say. So, I will just say it.
Pardon me while I adjust the narrow fenestrated wall. Percussive maintenance.
To be honest, I'm nervous about this fight. But I'm still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or at least the ones who are still alive. Oh, and I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up, there's that too. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight the most is the possibility of getting to meet you when it's all over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me, and I won't have to worry about being the best anymore or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Maybe I can try out whatever's supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows? It might not be as boring as it sounds. Maybe if you're not too freaked out by all the bad things I've done, or the fact that I'm an alien, we could go on a date.
To redirect the view from this impropriety. Oh goodness.
Don't worry, it could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders or even talking about killing or murders or such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like any others which feature that rugged human with the long hair and wounded arm? You know the one. The sweaty guy with the mutilated animal and the speech impediment. Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet.
Risk is crushing on Nick Cage so much, and I respect the hell out of it. There.
Well, think it over. Before I go, I'll get in touch one more time later on when you're alive and maybe have something to say about it. Oh, yeah. Sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Was that selfish of me? I don't know. You would have found out regardless, like we all did. There are things that we care about that we just have to leave behind. It just sucks for those who aren't in as much of a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming. Hang on.
Also, I love the idea that Slick and Queen, Slick and what's her name?
Fucking Snowman.
Snowman. Thank you. I was like, I know she's the Black Queen. Spoilers. What's her actual code name in the Midnight Crew? Yeah, Snowman. Just horrifying makeouts.
Like,
Just the most hate fuck.
This image looks like the fucking Jurassic Park meme.
A little bit, actually. Yeah. Like, those two want to hate fuck so bad, but Scratch is like, no.
Disgusting. No.
Aces be like.
Hmm.
Anyway. I am a wonderful chaperone as well as an excellent host. Shoo.
Oh God, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? Man, she's got her dumb dragon doll and everything. Guess she means business this time. Damn it, I've got to go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has any say in the matter, we will be meeting up in no time. Just please consider what I said. Okay? Later!
Tick. Tock. Tick.
Alright.
Stop!
Fuck this clock!
Clock's destroyed. 1001 out of 100. 1000. Facepalm times 0 combo. Oh, for crying out loud. Sick, I can tolerate many things from a guest. Curt manners, egregious womanizing, murdering the help, casual arson, as opposed to competitive arson, of course.
Of course.
Even atrocious candy bowl etiquette. Don't. But it is the desecration of a priceless timepiece where I must draw the line. I'm afraid I must now insist that you take your beating quite personally. Sorry, sorry. Scroll back up. If you look very closely in the corner,
Yeah, I see him.
the really faded Nick Cage.
All
My
right,
God.
well, there's only one way to go about this. In the arms of the angel.
And
There we
no,
go.
Storm. Every time I think of you, the sweetest dream will never
You'll
do.
never do, but I miss you, baby.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
And that will forever and always
It sounds
be
like a
the
song.
Blades of Glory song, and that's it.
Yep. Wait, isn't that
That's
no,
that's the
wasn't that the
gay
one
figure
from?
skating song. That's it.
I mean, yes, you're right. No, was that not the song that's playing during the video Risk was watching earlier?
No, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's in both.
It's
It's
the
in
Blades
both.
of Glory song.
Yes, it's also in Blades of Glory, and I love that movie. Break. Vriska, wait. What? Oops. Hold on. Hey, are you there? I did what you said. Actually, just because I'm Dog Scratch as well, do you want to take this one, Storm? Or someone else?
I was about to
Literally
say,
anyone
because this is Rose and
He
Edward.
switches.
No, it's just
It's
John.
John on Rose's computer, and then switches.
Oh, hold on, I got this. Riska, wait! Oops, hold on. Technical therapist sees pestering arachnid's grip. Ectobiologist began pestering arachnid's grip. Hey, are you there? I did what you said, but I can't tell if it worked. Hello? You didn't fly off to fight Jack yet, did you? I hope not. Anyway, all that stuff you said sounds fun to me, and I hope bleh. All that stuff you said sounds fun to me. I have Hells of the Cage flicks in my library. I do not even care that you're an alien. You see, Cage is the universal constant which unites us all. Well, if you haven't flown away, I'll look forward to your message in the future. It'd be nice to talk about all this stuff that happened. Anyway, bye.
Oh God.
Hey!
Oh my fucking hell. This is so insanely awkward and sad.
What is?
Hang on. Arachnid's grip ceased trolling ectobiologist. She's not controlling him. It was a
Not yet.
Freudian slip.
Not the moment, anyway. Heads. Engage. Engage the inhibitors.
Oh god, here we go. Okay!
Because it wasn't because Risk is dead, motherfucker. That wasn't Riska typing.
Hey! Who wants to take Egbert?
Carcat, that was you? Where's Riska?
She...
She what?
Shit. I feel like an asshole for reading this whole thing.
What whole thing? You mean what she wrote?
Yeah!
Why are you snooping around her computer?
Because... Wow, okay. So, let me ask, did you both actually like each other? Like, I mean something vaguely resembling actual genuine mutual sentiment or whatever, not some lopsided pining bullshit.
What are you talking about?
Did you like her, you windsock-headed shitmouth, is what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, why?
Okay. That's fine. Then,
Oof.
we'll talk about it later.
Talk about what?
I need to be able to think straight. We have important shit to go over, and I don't have much time.
And so on. Shoryuken. Alright, like what?
Plans?
What plants?
Never mind that. First, get out of the fucking blackout to a place where I can see you. Leave now, and I'll contact you in a while once you've landed.
Landed where?
Lohack, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Well, how else do you think you're gonna cause a scratch, idiot? Do you even have any clue what's going on? Wait, of course you don't. You're wearing pajamas and giggling at clowns like each one was shaped like the rudest bit of naked anatomy a human can recognize.
No, I'm not. I mean, yes, I'm wearing some pretty nice pajamas, but I know a lot of things. Like about the tumor, which I've already... Sorry, the tumor. Which I've already recovered. Wait, I didn't realize he did the fucking joke. Wait, I mean, white text. Sorry, black text? Black text.
black
The
text.
tumor. Wait, fuck. I mean, oh, it's great. You know, the big bomb and some other stuff like that. I'm totally in the loop.
Great! Awesome! Now get going!
So I have to cause the scratch, huh?
Okay, I'm done here. Talk to you in 1 second for me. One long-winded fucking journey for you.
Carcinogeneticist ceased trolling ectobiologists. Carcinogeneticist began trolling ectobiologists.
Okay.
Hi! You let me down, Slick?
Ah!
I'm sorry! I'm sorry you threw off the doctor's groove.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Hun?
No!
I mean, aren't you going to ask me how my journey was?
No!
It was long and windy, but a lot of fun. I really like flying. It's so much fun.
Oh, I bet it was just the biggest fucking blast a guy can have without a pair of shame gloves secured in his two trembling fists.
I love that song. Lying is the most fun a girl can have with her clothes. Without, I forget the exact wording. That one.
Lying is the most fun a girl can have with her clothes on.
Something like, yeah, basically that one. You haven't tried it?
Every douche got to fly but me, even the useless legless fuck. May he rest in peace, I fucking guess.
Wait, is that the guy who Frisk killed?
Oh god, you actually know about that? You know what? I give the fuck up trying to understand you and her.
Why?
Egbert, god damn it, will you shut your mouth and listen?
Okay, but is something wrong?
What?
A while ago, you talked to me and it sounded like you were in danger, and it sounds like some people died, but you never told me what happened. Then I got distracted by a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, something is wrong. Or was. A bunch of us died. The end. I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, and not just because, oh, the clock is rapidly ticking down to something we're calling the critical moment. And no, I don't know what that is, so close your reeking question geyser before it asks.
But I'm your friend, aren't I?
Oh, God!
Well?
John, I can't handle talking about it, okay? I just got done, dealing with Gamzee, and I'm feeling pretty emotional about it, so please no.
Who's Gamzee?
He was my best friend.
Really? I thought Terezi was your best friend. Oh wait, maybe she was your girlfriend. I forget.
My think pan. It hurts. It is presently threatening to make me its bitch, John. Is that what you want? Do you want your cool alien pal to become the bitch of a raw, throbbing think pan? Such is the scenario before us.
Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy. I just want to know some things about your situation. I'm concerned.
Gansey was my very good friend, who was this goofy, lovable bullshit clown until he went on a fucking rampage and killed some people. I liked him a lot. I don't know. I guess my best friend is really just the guy who I happen to be feeling more sentimental to at the moment. Is that a fucking crime?
No. I think I know how you feel. So he killed some people. And then what?
So then
It's okay. You can tell me.
John, trust me, you wouldn't understand. It's just a troll thing. Humans wouldn't get it. You might think I was a shithead, and I can't deal with that right now on top of everything, so let's just drop it.
Okay. If you say so. Oh! I can't believe I almost forgot. I've been dying to know since I left the battlefield. Do you know if Rose is okay? Did it work? I thought I could rely on you of all people. Plump. He's gone Ultra Instinct. And then he pulled out a gun.
I had to.
Yeah.
She's fine. She woke up alive on Durst.
Really?
That's the rule, John. You kiss a dead player in time, and their dream self takes over, assuming they still have one.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible you reached God to your status without even understanding the more mundane means of resurrection available. Wait, your unfailing cluelessness makes it the opposite of incredible. My mistake.
And by that I mean completely credible.
Perry the Platypus! Fuck you!
I think this might be slightly too early for a Doofenshmirtz. It's actually maybe actually.
Perhaps.
Well, 2011? Maybe?
You know, that might have been in the time frame.
I'll look up later when I'm not having to read. I see with the Duck Scratch borders. So I guess it would not have worked on my dad then? Or was his mom?
No, but that is exactly what I wanted to picture happening behind the black curtain, John. You stalking up your dead-hatted man Lucis. Thank you for that mental image. Or Rose's adult woman Lucis. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior is more your cup of sauce. Since apparently you are not a homosexual, whatever that even means, not even to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest, which again, still sort of wondering how that can even be a thing.
Okay. First of all, whole last sentence that was just said on Twitch. Second off, Phineas and Ferb started in 2009, so this is firmly available for a, and by that I mean completely credible joke.
Yeah. Is that your game, Egbert? Have you had your eye on Madame Lalonde and you've been waiting for a convenient resurrection opportunity to bust out your most passionate smooch motifs kept in reserve, and in front of her dead female offspring, no less? Just shameful.
Rose's mom has got it going on.
I wanna kiss her, but her body is gone. 'Cause Jack cut it off when he severed her head.
Well, she is a very pretty lady, but that seems like a really inappropriate thing to think about, Carcat.
You don't say! What are you even talking about anymore?
I don't know. I'm frankly pretty upset about finding them dead in the Magic Castle. And I guess I was wondering aloud if anything could have been done. Or at least maybe to talk about it without angry tirades being involved.
Exactly.
And you chose Carcat?
Exactly. You were embarking down tragedy lane, and we've got to stamp that garbage out. We can't have you getting all morose while we've got so many irons in the fire. Fuck, loaded phrase. Forget I said that. Just clam your shit up and forget your stupid guardian like I did with my dear crab monster custodian, who I adored in no way whatsoever.
You are being a douche. Wait, what am I saying? You're always a douche.
Yes, thank you.
Your dad was a crab monster?
Shut the fuck up! We were talking about something important. Rose, remember?
Yes.
She's waiting on Durst for her bomb to be delivered. It'll arrive shortly, a little later.
Oh, great. How do you know it gets there?
Jade told me.
To do what it is you do best. Deadly firearms. Dudely.
Jade, for further ahead on your timeline, before my piece of shit clown bro made everything terrible here, she and I were hammering out these plans. I talked her across pretty much the full spread of her timeline until the scratch starts and the feed cuts out. So I have a sense of the whole picture here, and it's my job now to put things into motion.
That's cool. It's nice to hear that you're working together. I should pester Jade and see what she's up to.
You should sit your ass tight and do what the fuck what I tell you to. You should sit your... Fuck. I can only handle so much, Carcat.
You keep going.
It's infectious.
Keep going.
You should sit your ass tight and do the fuck what I tell you the fuck to fucking do!
Oh.
Anyway, she and Dave do a lot of frog breeding, accelerating the process significantly by exploiting time travel, with help from me and Kanaya since we were in charge of frog duties in our session.
Frog duties.
Frog duties.
Frog duties. Wait, which one's Kanaya again?
Don't interrupt, I'm following a train of thought. Okay, Kanaya's my other best friend, and she was the hero of space, like Jade, which means she's the stoker of the forge, and is basically in charge of the frogs, which sounds fake as fuck, I know. You breed the right frog to make the universe you want to make, which is a long, arduous process, and I kind of fucked it up in my game, but that's a whole other story, which I'll get to later, okay?
Wow, okay.
She and Dave ran into Jack, which I'm sure he must have saw coming, because I've never seen anyone exploit time travel so shamelessly as him, not even Aradia.
Aradia?
Just another dead troll, who cares?
Me and you both, John.
Stop frowning, she was already dead before she died. So she and Dave fought with him for a while, and long story short, he died.
What?
But it's fine. I guess that was his plan, like some bizarre, useless last stand, even if he didn't tell Jade, who was pretty freaked out until I talked her through it.
Did she kiss him too? You were not supposed to kiss her, Mr. Noir. You're supposed to kill her.
Oh. ×2. Corpse smooch combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, while Jack watched like a fucking creep. But it worked.
Oh my god, Karkat. This is like your shitty shipping grid is coming true before our very eyes. Remember when you made that ugly thing?
Who gives a fuck about shipping or my ludicrous stranglehold over all topics concerning romance? I'm still talking. He woke up alive on Durst and met with Rose. That was the end of the line for Alpha Dave, to my knowledge. He doesn't time travel after that, and he and Rose stay on Durst waiting for the bomb until you start to scratch. But I can't see either of them because of the blackout lingering around Rose for whatever reason. Nobody knows what's up with that. Regardless, his job is to plot a course through the ring to find the sun. When he does, either he or Rose will deliver the bomb. I don't know which.
Now leave and never darken my door again. Also, I hadn't even noticed there were things happening in the border, in the banner as well at the top.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that?
Yeah. Well, no, I've got it open on my page. On my screen. I've got my own app open. So Jack has shown up with Jade and Dave. Is what's just happened. Beck Noir specifically.
Yeah.
But now they don't have the dream cells left. Whoever goes will be risking their life for good, won't they?
That would be the logical extension of those facts, yes.
This is unacceptable. Couldn't I do it? I'm apparently immortal because of this god tier business, so the bomb would probably not kill me.
Okay, but don't you think there's a remote possibility that going on a suicide mission to save all of reality would count as a heroic death?
Maybe I could try to not all that brave while I do it?
You asshole, of course you'd be brave. That tends to be what happens when you do something really fucking courageous.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose anybody else is all.
That's just how it is. I've lost friends for more pointless reasons. You're all out of options here. You'd be risking death just as much as they would, and they're better qualified to handle the mission as the Durst Dreamers. Jay's dream self is dead too, so she's out. Or to be more specific, her dream self is an overly emotional dog who went off whimpering somewhere. I'm pretty sure she will be completely useless.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned something about that. She said she prototyped her dream self? What happened with that?
She doesn't like to talk about it, kind of a sore subject.
Why?
She thinks she's selfish and completely hysterical, and I guess hates the part of herself she represents, but I mean, the thing is, she spent a long time being dead and moving on. It's not like you can just bring somebody back and expect them to give a shit about all the stuff you think is important. I've tried to tell her that her sprite self is probably nowhere near as despicable as she's making out with herself to be. I mean, making herself out to be. You know what I mean!
Ellipses.
Look, I'm just saying, we've all got flaws, even her. And for all the shit that she's given on me on this very subject, she keeps dangling herself from a very high hook. She'd be doing me a major personal solid by making at least some attempt to get herself off. Wait. Fuck. What did I just say?
Carcat, you can't say that on Twitch.
Oh god, I'm
Wow.
gonna get us all cancelled. I meant let herself off. The hook. The fucking hook. It's a figure of goddamn speech.
The eyebrow thing.
Put those the fuck back down before my hot acid rage breath burns them off your idiotic face.
Okay, I'm putting them back down as not suggestively as possible.
What were we even talking about? It wasn't this, whatever this is.
What is what this is?
It's nothing, you shit. It has been the conversational equivalent of us whistling through our snort barrels while touching each other inappropriately.
Was that another weird erotic slip of the tongue?
No, that was me being worked up into this goddamn ridiculous fucking conniption and saying something inflammatory. God, how does that not be clear by now?
Wait. Okay, well, what I'm getting from this, aside from the possibility that Jade may or may not have kissed Dog Jade at some point, is that neither of them will be able to help with the bomb plan.
That's exactly right. The Pajama Prodigy used his puzzle sponge today. Besides, Jade is responsible for other important parts of the plan. For one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you the code for the quills. You can't scratch the mesa without them. She got them from her denizen, or will later on her timeline, now that she lit the forge and woke the monster up.
Aren't those really tough to kill, guys?
Yeah.
Did she kill him?
Hell if I know. Her explanation of the entire encounter boiled down to, and I quote, shenanigans.
Huh.
Lined for infuriatingly vague. Anyway, after she gives that to you, she then has to go through with the rest of her plan, which is making sure you all survive after the scratch, minus one of the nurse streamers, of course. The plan revolves around some really baffling hand-wavy mumbo-jumbo, which I don't really understand, but she told me to trust her about it because the info comes from a reliable informant. Whiten for smug tool. It involves something to do with a yellow lawn ring, which isn't the human word for it, it's just, your word is so dumb, I feel dumb saying it.
Word for what?
I guess your entire escape plan somehow pivots critically around an unwatered piece of residential property? It doesn't matter what it means. Jade says she has this figured out, and I don't have time to do much but trust her. The point is she's all booked up and all too mortal, so she won't be delivering the bomb and neither will you.
Oh, well, what about this? Since she is mortal, and I am not, sort of, and I don't need help to do the scratch for a while, can I go help her? Maybe she could use some protection? Maybe that is what Dave was just trying to do when he temporarily died. Remember, Jack is still on the loose, and he has killed Rose and Dave once and me twice.
No. Sweet bleeding Jesus, Egbert. You keep bragging about your immortality and then brainlessly announce plans to go off and do something heroic. You're going to have the shortest lifespan of any immortal in history.
Sorry.
Besides, it's a total non-issue. Jade wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, or Jack wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, but he won't hurt Jade for some reason. If anything, you could use her protection.
Really?
You know, I never fucking noticed how hard it is to read white text on a black background versus vice versa. I never noticed when looking through her timeline earlier. It wasn't until I was talking to her in those time frames and she told me. He just keeps following her around. I can see him off in the distance in some frames, just lurking there, shadowing her movements. It's incredibly disturbing. He lingers around her until the scratch begins and I lose the feed, never once doing anything threatening. She says she thinks it's because Jack inherited the loyalty of her Lucis. If she's right, I guess her Lucis really did offer her the most protection possible by prototyping itself, albeit by dooming us all, the idiot.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
Sadly, he holds no such loyalty to any of us here. He regards us all as ripe for the repeated skewering. Oh fuck, maybe we should have all dressed like Jade? I can't believe this stroke of genius only occurred to me now.
I don't think you'd be fooled. Dogs have a pretty good sense of smell. Dogs have pretty good senses of smell.
It was a motherfucking joke.
Will you look at this mess?
Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. If we can ride this out for a little longer until the critical moment and Dave Rose can destroy the sun, Jack shouldn't be a threat. Conveniently, if they're successful, that will also signal the beginning of our own escape plan.
What's your plan?
Apparently, the explosion will be so huge it will be visible at great distances throughout the furthest ring, even from different sessions like yours and ours. You won't get to see it because by then your session should be wiped out by the scratch, but we will. The plan is to use it as a beacon and travel there as a rendezvous point.
Rendezvous with who?
We've got people there, that's what Jade tells me.
Jade does so many things lately. What is even her deal?
Hell if I know, this is basically dream intelligence. Every time she goes to sleep, she has more to ramble about. She says I should go to sleep to find out, but I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to be napping between making all these plans and getting persecuted by this demented honking asshole? So yeah, we'll meet in the aftermath of the explosion with our people on the inside. Or I guess I should say outside. I don't think they can come with us though.
Come with you where? Who are they?
Dead people? As for where, it's not like we're going to stick around there forever. That would probably be depressing since we're not fucking ghosts. The Scratch will reboot your session, your whole universe actually, so somewhere in this dreadful abyss, that new session will start up in its own insiposphere from scratch. Look at that, another pun, because of using that fucking word every other sentence. Kill me now. But that from scratch, fucking lol, session is what you're shooting for to survive. The idea is for you all to preserve yourselves by escaping there.
Through the long run?
Yes! Once you're there, you will help us find our way there too. Then we can all figure out what the fuck to do with the rest of our lives.
Oh, so then this is how we're supposed to meet. This is kind of exciting.
Yeah, I guess. If enough of us are alive by then to meet.
So I guess you're not worried about it turning into a huge sloppy makeout fest anymore?
Right. John, you and Friska better keep your hands to yourselves or everyone's gonna be really uncomfortable. No interspecies funny business, is that clear? Blah, I am convincingly flipping my lid about this, waving my arms around a lot, and making all the best yelling faces. Wow, look at that, it's time to change the subject again.
Huh?
Poof, subject changed. If it works and you wind up in the new session, that's why it'll be important to make sure that one of the Durst Dreamers stays with you so they can help guide us there from the ring.
Won't there be other players in the new session? Like alternate universe versions of ourselves or such?
Probably. But those chumps won't know anything about us or all our plans. Why would they?
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thought.
So out of everything we just talked about, this is the thing that has you tripping globes. Whatever you say.
But I guess it's sort of comforting, too. If Rose or Dave have to go off and die, at least I get to see them again, in a way. Even if I'll be the only... I will only be alternate universe John to them. Maybe my dad will be alive in that session, too.
Okay, maybe, but before you get too excited about that, you've got to make sure to get there first. Which means you have to do what I say and stick to the plan. You need to focus on getting ready to start the scratch. The game doesn't make a hard reset that easy to pull off. Once you initiate it, the game throws everything it's got at you, which is one reason why you're the best guy for the job, because of your superpowers and silly windy bullshit.
Okay, I'll do my best. What should I do right now?
Get prepared. Make all the equipment you think you'll need. Stay out of trouble. Wait for Jade to send that code. Wait for me to contact you for the first time. And do your best to humor him while he ignorantly attempts to flame you back into the puddle of slime you crawled out of. Please.
Oh man, our first conversation ever? I can't wait.
Yeah, but can I just say something in my defense before that happens? I don't actually hate you and I never did. I was deluding myself. Deep down, I'm sure I was always pretty okay with you.
Thanks, Carcat.
It wasn't a fucking compliment!
This scrapbook is now in hopeless disarray. Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy.
Click the panels. Wah, 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 wah. Oh shit.
The boy.
Oh, Dave. Zillium, are you there?
Zell?
Hello.
Can you hear me? There he is.
Okay.
It's you, finally, for the first time in an hour and a half.
Yep. I've been here. Okay.
The whole time.
Oh, you for you. It's a Whopper. Right?
Someone that's not mean. Someone that's not mean, please.
For what?
Huge fucking Whopper. I'm about to say.
You mean a canard of behemothic embellishment?
What?
Or was your resolve finally dismantled by the siren song of all that flame-broiled beef?
You eat Burger King fucking words? Why do you reference things that
Is
obviously?
Zealot really quiet for anybody else?
Yes.
A little quiet.
Okay. Weird. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Much.
Yeah, my game was that almost low.
Hmm.
No. Okay, first, do you have Burger Kings out in the fucking woods? Why do you reference things that obviously aren't in the woods, like tail for burgers?
I'll limit my establishments of reference to lumber mills and sugar shanties from now on. Also, there's a Burger King less than 40 minutes from my house. I won't let this stand in the way of the new policy, though.
There is okay, whatever. I'm talking about a dream I had just had. I mean, it was a doozy. Like psychologically speaking, doozy is a slightly dumber word than Whopper.
Certainly less delicious.
It was acidly heavy-handed. My subconscious was really slathering it on, like whatever tangy sludge the king himself squirts on his bogging patties. It's possible that I jumped it. Ironically, I don't know. I figured you'd be interested in hearing about it. It's every bit as thick and juicy as a half pound of sizzling grade A premium. Okay, this is stupid. We've got to get burgers out of this conversation. Are you busy?
Yes.
Cool. Listen to this.
I love these two. Just the real brother and sister vibes.
He is freaking the fuck out all of a sudden. Am I
Dude.
on? Oh, here we go. Why is it zooming in and out like that? I thought you didn't want me to analyze your dreams anymore.
No, but this one is too good not to put under the microscope. With your whole precarious psychotherapy stick, it's almost laughable. Symbolic of all my mental problems, assuming I actually have those. It's grotesquely pregnant with meaning. All guessing at least B gooey up top licks.
8 gooey octuplets.
8 gooey up top licks. Splashing around in an undulating belly full of mine slime.
Maybe we can start by evaluating that troubling metaphor.
No, look. I just want your professional take on how many things in my dreams symbolize dicks.
We've already established that all of your dreams are packed with enough homoerotic symbolism to lift a Freudian theory from the ashes of discreditation.
Yeah, that's a given, but I didn't even dream about puppets this time.
Are you serious? I'm clearing my schedule. This is a major breakthrough.
I know. It was so much more relaxing and enjoyable. It was about me dying repeatedly.
Go on.
I was in this dark place surrounded by this big flock of crows. God, God, this is so genetically morbid. I'm sorry in advance for exposing you to my unconscious mind's fucked up cliches.
It's okay. They wouldn't be cliches if they didn't comprise the unanimously understood bedrock of phallic symbolism, with no other viable interpretation.
Well, obviously, I know the birds were just black screaming sky dongs. Just hear me out. I kept dying. There's there kept there kept being these traps. Like I would go on one way and get my head chopped off, or another way and get stabbed or whatever. And every time I died, the dream resets itself, and I was standing there alive, ready to try and escape. But each time, I rewatched myself from a vantage point of a different crow, like like I was a crow, all walking around in a circle like a macabre flapping douche. And I would always watch myself try to do something different to dodge the traps, but I always ended up dead.
Hmm. Well, if I've learned anything from my extensive skimming over the Wikipedia articles on dream analysis, it's that this dream is very unlikely to have any literal significance whatsoever. It's probably not about dying at all.
You mean maybe it's about anxiety over maintaining my blogs, or that my beats might not be ill enough?
Yes. In fact, if you were on my couch, that would have been my next question as a licensed professional. Mr. Strider, have you considered that when you actually dread is to have your urban rhythms exposed for what they truly are, which is, clinically speaking, just shy of da bomb?
And then we crack up laughing because we both know they're fresher than your mom's change of drawers and tighter than when she's wearing them.
Listening to you conjure imagery of my mother in her underpants is definitely keeping us buoyed high above this swirling Freudian hellhole. Well done.
Please, please, it's not like she's my mom. I can visualize her choice ass all I want without it getting much more than
Mm.
moderate, 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 moderately uncomfortable for everyone involved. Also, gross, anyways.
Not gay at all. Not gay at all.
Mm.
What if you're wrong?
About what?
Her not being your mother.
Uh,
Don't worry, you're probably safe. Luckily, I can think of no literary or historical precedent for that sort of folly whatsoever.
this isn't the first time you insinuated were related. What is up with that?
Isn't it?
No, I mean, I'm not sure. I feel like you brought it up before, which is kind of weird, but now I don't know. I think I'm getting this weird deja vu thing where I was sure we talked about this. Forget it.
Why don't you tell me more about your dreams?
Okay, so I kept dying and kept being crows and stuff, and then I started to notice something coming from the sky. It was this faint, eerie singing, and I looked up and there's nothing there, just darkness.
That's interesting. I've read about this.
What did you read?
Certain texts saying singing from the unknowable void carries a message that its recipient has been selected for a mission of supreme cosmic importance that will result in your death and that of billions more, but one that is essential to the perpetuation of existence itself.
So I'm slow down.
Yeah. What? There we go.
Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? So crackpot physiology text would say something like that.
It's not from a psychology text.
So then you're consulting astrology books now?
Not astrology, more like zoology.
Oh my fucking god, will you put that away?
Okay, keep describing the dream though. If the rest of it is incompatible with the prognosis of the zoologically dubious, I will withdraw my insinuation.
There's not even much more to it. I looked up into the sky, didn't see anyone singing, but even though the sky was black, I could see the sun. It was bright as hell even through my shades, so I flapped my wings and flew away to it, flew up away to it like a fucking piece of garbage, and that's it.
This doesn't strike you as an impulse of self-destruction?
No, not in the sense that it was a dark, sacrificial zoology mission. It was more like somewhere to go besides watching myself die a lot from the vantage of a fairly murder of dumb, shady birds.
So, if hypothetically you were to accept such a mission, or even insist upon one, it wouldn't be in the spirit of genuine sacrifice, but of escape?
What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, something's wrong. This whole conversation is falling apart. This isn't how it originally went at all.
Aw, we were making good progress, too. Why did you have to go and remember?
Just 7 months ago. Does this mean I'm dead?
What do you think? Oh, you haven't switched to the next page yet.
So on next page.
Stop!
I'm on it! Got my back!
Stop it. This is so sick using you're using the dream bubble bullshit to pick apart my psyche. Am I dead or asleep?
If you're starting to remember, you should be able to tell me.
God damn it.
Maybe I'm just as confused as you about it.
Yeah, right.
Am I dead or asleep, Dave?
I don't know.
Try to remember.
Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy. Okay, so how this works, there are 5 different mini stories in this. We can go jump between. Should we do one more and then finish?
Probably, yeah, because we're nearing on
Yeah.
2 hours at this point. And
Yeah.
I know
Pick-
Zell has to get
yeah.
off soon.
So we got the woman to pet his icon, we got Dream Jade, we got John, and we got the ship. Which one do you want to do?
I don't know. Somebody else choose.
Let's do the John one.
Okay.
Yeah, John and Briss. Oh, early John too. Ghosty Trickster username.
Oh boy.
Hi, John Human.
Ah.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Go
Double John.
ahead. Oops, all Johns. Everyone is John.
You're John. You're John. You're John. I'm John. Are there any other,
But who is phone?
Are there any other Johns I should know about?
I'm Spartacus. Wait.
Ow.
But if you're John, who is phone?
Excuse me, alien time troll, but I am trying to wrap a present. Really, you all have the worst timing.
Yes, I can see that. 2 ugly garments and seeds for some kind of strange earth vegetable. Pretty lame present, John.
Nope, not going to ask how you know my name or what I'm sending. Don't care. And one of those ugly garments is for me. Also, it's not ugly, it's awesome.
Not as awesome as something you'll be wearing later, thanks to me.
Uh-oh, my
Oh, baby.
mouse is hovering dangerously close to the block button. It always does that when I talk to trolls. It's the dangest thing.
Calm down. I just thought I would foreshadow my existence to you at this quaint moment in your timeline. It's way too tempting not to let you know I've taken great care to become a very important feature of your life. Or for that matter, to let you know I'll be giving you a present, so much better than the useless crap you're shoving in that box. I will be giving you the gift of immortality.
Oh, sweet. That has been on my wish list, ranking just below a mint-condition Little Monsters poster starring Hollywood superstar Howie Mandel. Can I expect it to arrive on my next birthday?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Nice guess. It will come at a cost, though.
The Mandel poster or immortality?
The latter, jackass. In order for you to claim it, you will have to be quite gullible and allow me to arrange your murder.
I see. Here's where all the sick trolling begins. You can keep your present. I'm not interested.
But you will be. You'll happily go along with everything I tell you to do. And then, once I've completely earned your trust, I will kill you, John.
Sigh. The other troll I just talked to is way better, if a tad grumpy. At least she was down with talking about cool movies, sort of.
But this is all true. I've seen it already. You have no idea how delicious the dramatic irony is right now. You will die, I will lead you to a trap and watch you bleed to death on a big stone slab with a sword stuck in your chest. There's nothing you can do about it. In fact, it's already happened.
That's nice. Now scram, troll.
I'll leave you alone soon enough. I was just feeling pretty pleased with myself about all the brilliant plans I made for you and your friends. Stopping by in your past to mess with your head is really just a courtesy, because I like to think we're pretty good friends by the time I get around to killing you.
Okay, you got me. My feathers are all ruffled, and I can no longer tell my ass apart from a big orange earth vegetable. Now can you leave me alone?
I guess so. But my inevitable grisly murder of you notwithstanding, you're a pretty fun guy to hassle. It'll be difficult sparing you from the privilege of my company until your game begins.
That is basically the worst pickup line I have ever heard.
Please, John, as if there's any conceivable sequence of events which could lead me to consider you as a viable romantic partner. In any quadrant, even the pale ones.
Blurp, derp, blah, more plausible alien sounding things. Weren't you leaving?
Yes,
Okay then.
I mean I was going to, but now I guess I'm not.
Oh, why?
Because this isn't really happening.
It isn't?
It did, once. But now it's just a memory. I guess I must be dead.
Ba.
Okay. Is this conversation over now? Over now? Can I keep packing my present?
The conversation as it went before is already over. I said goodbye and you blocked me. Don't you remember?
Well, I was going to block you, but then I didn't for some reason.
Exactly, because we've already been through this. You're either asleep or dead like me. Man, I can't believe I let her trick me like that. Such an amateur mistake.
I guess I am feeling something like deja vu. Maybe. I still don't think I believe you, though.
Hey, do you have any recollection at all of the last message I sent you before I died?
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I figured. Just as well, I made some pretty embarrassing confessions to you. I guess I'm getting what I asked for in a way, even though it's not what I pictured.
What did you ask for?
I asked you if you wanted to, you know, hang out.
About.
Was
Was
this
this
after?
after you killed me and gave me immortality?
Yes. So, what do you say? Or what do you think you might have said?
About what? You mean hanging out?
Yeah,
Oh god, this is so ridiculous. You're just a crazy troll on the internet, and I need to get back to packing up this present for my friend. We're not going to hang out, I'm sorry.
John, there is no present. You are not in your hive and you don't have anything to send. She received it a long time ago. None of this matters anymore. If you don't believe me, you're free to look outside your window.
What will that accomplish?
It might help you remember. And you'll be able to see me if you want.
Anytime I think of you. Dude, looks outside, brisk of staring, holding up the boombox.
Baby, come back!
Baby, come back. Baby, come back. I love you, bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you,
stop loving you.
Bitch!
bitch. All right.
I think that's where we're gonna call it.
Yeah, we will come back to these other clippings later. Or in 2 weeks. Thank you everyone for joining us for Stuckhome Syndrome. I have been Yari Niraze. We have joining us as always, the Snacker. Memphis, Tennessee. And Mr. Gay.
It's me, Mr. Gay.
And I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. See you Tuesday for
Peak.
yeah, we're playing Peak. It's what's the word again? Cinema. Right. Cinema.
There we go.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.